the latest
Watching
episode?
what? What you watching?
Invincible.
Oh, I ain't seen
I
that
was
shit.
gonna ask y'all about that.
That shit fire. That shit fire. The last episode was crazy, nigga. Well, you know what? The episode before that, they ended on like a crazy cliffhanger, and you was like, "Nah, it ain't about to happen." And then the next episode, that shit happened. You was like, "Damn." He was like, "Damn, I don't even know how I feel about that. That's fucked up." And then your expectation was subverted again.
That shit
No
been.
spoiler review.
Who else watching it? Caught up. I've seen the latest episode.
I haven't finished episode 7 yet.
I haven't watched
G never gonna
Spoiler.
watch it.
it.
He don't like good quality animation.
Makes
I
sense.
just sent this nigga Instagram anime today.
Yeah, you
Makes
only
sense.
watch 10 seconds of footage. And you be like, I know the whole story.
I know because I'll watch the whole clips. I'll watch keynotes and I'll be like, all right, I'm good. Unless it's something that need to be seen in the damn thing in the theater.
I don't think I'm gonna say about Invincible right now. To me, like I'm still enjoying it for the most part. There's so much going on. I'd be like, who is? They brought somebody back. I was like, who the fuck is this nigga? Like he died. I don't care. I'm not gonna. I don't know who this nigga is. I don't know if it's the Gap, and I didn't read or brush
Oh,
up.
you talking about the boyfriend or whatever?
Yeah, I was like, who is this nigga? I'm like, you died? Who are you? Who's Rick?
Look,
Only Rick I know is from
look.
Walking Dead.
You remember when they went to the college
Mm-hmm.
and then that dude brought everybody underground and turned them into human robots?
This
Kind of,
sounds
yes.
crazy. Like out of context, this sounds
I think I remember
crazy.
a little bit. What you're talking about a little bit, yeah.
Remember the dude that they went to go visit at the college?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay.
That's him. That's him.
Wow. I was like, he's like, I'm back. I was like, from where?
You're back
Yeah.
for the first time? Boot up.
Because you remember that nigga had like no jaw. He just had like, no, he had no eyes, no head. He just had the jaw or something like that. Remember he had no arms? They fucked him up.
Mm. Damn.
That's that nigga.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
That's that nigga.
Yeah, they doing a lot. Yeah, I don't want to keep saying anything without spoiling it. I know. Juicy, have you watched Invincible at all? He said no. He just logged out.
He just left,
He
yeah.
said, fuck that show.
He said, I ain't seen it. This is how I feel about it.
He said, fuck this shit. I'm out.
Show ain't good enough. Think your microphone. Okay.
Can y'all hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I watched. I'm not caught up, but I have been watching it, and I'm lost too. I don't know who that boyfriend nigga you talking about is.
I was like,
I just explained it, huh?
I know. I heard. Yeah, I'm saying before you explained it, I didn't know who the hell you was talking about.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, I guess.
That's because he looks regular. That's why. He looks regular. He don't look like a half humanoid robot thing.
Whew.
True.
That shit. I was like, yeah, y'all doing a lot. Like doing a lot for shit being spread out. I'm like, hey, we gotta focus up.
Hey, they trying to get extra seasons out of this shit though, so they got a character build and world build, dog.
Did it though. I still fuck with the show. I just got to catch back up. I've been on Ninja Kaimu right now. That shit hard as hell
You've seen that
on
on TikTok.
HBO Max. If y'all on the anime tip, check that shit out.
I've been asking Jasmine. I'm like, you check this out, and she was like, so
Because they got it's like a new style anime, so the fight scenes is like crazy.
What'd you say? What'd you say the name was it?
Ninja Kaimu.
Oh, okay, yeah. I seen that.
Yeah.
I didn't watch it, but I seen it.
It's what you call it? What's the word, Dre, for no previous content? No manga?
Oh, just an original version anime, maybe?
Yeah,
No.
what's that word? There's a word, right?
I don't
I
know.
don't
I
even
got one
know.
off the top of my head, baby.
Yeah, it's
Byron put me on this one though.
it's hard.
He put me on this one, and this is another one, Solo Leveling. That's dope. But
Yeah, everybody talking about Solo Leveling being the GOAT of 2024.
I got to get back into it. I only watched the first episode, but that shit was fire.
Yeah, they said Solo Leveling is one of them anime that's gonna evolve into shits and giggles. Like that shit's gonna be it.
Yeah, the animation shit been dope. I've been fucking with a lot of them lately because I don't know what's going on with movie land, bruh. But we'll get into that.
That's a good ass segue. What up? What's going on? We are the Movie Disciples. We got myself, we got G, we got Dre, we got Juice, and we back for another episode. Today we are recording on March 28th. It's a Thursday, if you don't know. And we got a couple topics we want to get into. Before we do all that, make sure wherever you're getting your podcast from, hit that follow, hit that 5 stars. And if you're watching us and joining us on YouTube, hit the follow. Hit the subscribe, like, and share wherever you're getting the podcast.
Ring the motherfucking bell.
Yeah, do that. Get that notification going. Like you said, well, I don't know, movies been on lately, so we're gonna take it back to the past a little bit. Y'all don't know, The Matrix will turn 25 on March 31st. That is
Matrix
crazy.
4, hardest movie of the decade.
Let them know. Rank.
Shit,
Honestly,
the
Mike,
hardest
there's
movie of
somebody
the
I
last
follow.
20 years.
There's a legit person out there. Shout out to Van Lathan. He loves The Matrix Resurrections. He's I rewatch that shit. He says he's rewatch it all the time. So shout out to him on that. I ain't
To be
mad at
fair though, I haven't watched Matrix Resurrections in a minute. I don't know how it'll slap today, so I might give it a watch.
it.
I always rewatch the first one. I don't watch like Resurrections a lot. I do still like Reloaded. Reloaded is fire.
Mm.
Them niggas
We gotta
Resurrection
hauled
got some stuff in the
only because they
beginning I
hauled
really like.
all the visual effects, dog. They was like everything we doing in this one. This is gonna be the first time you see it, and y'all ain't gonna see nothing else that because everything. I don't think anything else on a visual effect level has set the bar like the Matrix franchise has. Like you had the first one
facts.
where a lot of that shit was practical, and then they brought in a lot more CGI and visual effects stuff in the second and third, but they still did it really well.
I mean, you could get away
I
with it
think.
back then. I don't know if it's aged as gracefully like the last couple of movies or the last two. I don't think they've aged like VFX wise as gracefully, but it's still a good time. I just know when
Yeah,
that nigga,
facts,
this is
facts.
about to sound wild, dog, but I'm a
They
commit, dog. I just know when that nigga hitting everybody with the pole in the park.
Yeah, yeah. That is like a video game. That's what I was about to say.
Yeah.
That part is shaky, dog. That shit look like probably
That
oh
nigga
man.
having
a video
everybody in the
game
park.
today, dog. That shit look like Xbox Series X.
That shit is straight rubber
Yo.
bands. You just rubbery
It was
character.
actual
And it was like whatever though, because whatever. We gotta let it slide. But you're right.
Yeah, that part was a little crazy, but other than that, it's good though.
it was actually a bowling pin sound in that.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
how
that
you knew they
bowling
was
pin sound was
wilding.
not
It was
that shit
wilding.
was wild.
Oh, you
Why
said the bowling noise?
yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember that part.
He was
Yeah,
like,
that part was mad goofy, dog.
yeah,
Man,
but they did that
Yeah.
on
kind of
purpose though.
suspended the immersion just a little bit, but
Yeah, they did that on purpose.
And we got a different Oracle too, so it just was weird. It was weird all around.
Well, okay, but the only reason we got a different Oracle is because the OG
of
Oracle died.
course,
Right.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, what you gonna do with that?
Right.
You know, like I
Hmm.
think they did a fair enough job of explaining it. She was like, "There's consequences for everything." And you're just
Yeah.
like, "Okay, cool." And then you keep it going.
Yeah.
Right.
You know,
I think the first Matrix VX still special effects still hold up though. Like
bro,
One
I just
hundred
watched that
percent.
movie a
They
week and
really
a half ago.
you said what?
Yeah.
I just watched that movie a week and a half ago.
Like
Like,
it
Mm-hmm.
still look
That shit
legit. Like I want to
fire,
rewatch it.
yo.
I didn't get a chance.
Goddamn you,
That shit
Cypher.
is.
one and two holds up.
Yeah, I
They
agree.
do.
Yeah, one and two because uh, actually, me and Dre were just talking about this. Two is the scene with the keymaker, and that scene, Dre was saying, they made the whole prop and highway and all that jazz.
Yeah.
Them all hold up. It was a little shaky when when the agent hopped out the car and jumped from the car to the car or whatever. That was a little shaky, but
But
like
that was fire, though, I think.
fire.
You know what I'm saying? Because it was just like, I get what you mean, because that was one of them parts that looked a little gamey, too.
Exactly.
But that
It was in
scene
broad daylight.
overall,
It was in broad
yeah.
daylight though. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
but what
saying?
is that? 2001?
Yeah.
You know what I'm
No, no,
saying?
no.
Like,
Actually, I think it's 2002.
Yeah.
Because I
right?
think Matrix 2 came a good little while after the first one.
Yeah, because it's 99 and then 2 years
Mm-hmm.
and then 3 years. Right.
Yeah.
So
Mm.
yeah. I mean,
Because they
what
shot the second
Yeah.
and
B saying
third
which
no.
remember,
together.
nigga? Like
B
the
what you
big
I
mean?
feel
ass
like it's
black
more time in
Xbox just came
between.
out. Say it again.
It might be more time in between.
Nah, see,
Mm.
You look,
like the first Matrix came out in '99, then Reloaded came out in 2003, and then that's the first time ever they did 6 months in between, and then the third Matrix came out in the fall of 2003.
mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Same
So
year?
yeah, that's all. Like I
Yeah,
saw
because
like
they filmed them both together
yeah,
and then just released them separately, like the Lord of the Rings style.
yeah.
Well, I
Hmm.
remember that too. I remember being in a theater and they was like, to be continued or whatever it says at the end.
I was like, what
Yeah,
the
because they
fuck?
showed a little trailer for it at the end of Reloaded in the
Mm.
theater. That was like the first movie to almost damn near do
Oh, I see what you're
the
saying.
Like with
trailer
Mark,
for
yeah.
like or the end credit scene shit.
Yeah. I like damn,
I
was
feel like
that
it's Spider Man.
was
Like
that
Spider
Spider
Man,
Man?
I think Spider Man No Way Home showed the trailer for like Doctor Strange, and everybody. I
That's what
was
it
in the
was.
theater like I
That's
was
what it
like,
was. That's what it
Mhm.
was.
yeah,
That's
we
what it was.
seen the whole trailer. Like we
Yep.
see this shit coming
Yeah.
I was impartial to that. I was impartial to that because I was
to the
like,
Cause
trailer.
yeah, because that's cheating. Because you're gonna put the trailer out in a couple weeks anyway. Like, why y'all boost?
right. Right. Y'all don't
Yeah,
need to sell it to us. We already in the theater.
facts.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. They probably was like, we ain't got shit else to show, so fuck it, show the trailer.
That's probably what happened for sure.
It was like, we got
Right.
trailer.
Because that
Blade
was
had the
COVID,
first
right?
OG end credit scene.
Mm-hmm. And that
Blade.
was
Yeah.
COVID. And that was COVID. So, shit was weird.
Yeah.
Do y'all remember where y'all were at when y'all first saw the first Matrix? Like, did y'all see it in theaters? Y'all saw it VHS? Because
I
I
saw
was
that
like,
bad boy in theaters.
I was like 3 years old when the first Matrix came out. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm an actor, so niggas can't know my age. So I was like 3 years old, and
He
I was
lying.
astonished.
Whose man's is this right here, yo?
He lying.
I was astonished. And I was like, I'm 3 years old, and I'm seeing the Matrix in 1999.
Oh, true. Yeah.
But no, at my age, but I was in the theaters. I remember seeing it. Like crazy thing is, like I remember it being some reason it was cold as hell, and we saw it as a family. It was me, my mom, my pops, and my sister. And we went to what's the theater in Gwinnett, the cheap dollar movie theater. That's I guess
Oh, you talking
When
about
that place?
yeah, at Gwinnett Place. Yeah, that theater.
Yeah, yeah.
the
And
That's what
Dodger
I'm talking about.
Mall area?
yeah, yeah, and back in the day, like how seats was, you don't select your seats early. You just got to get in where you fit in. And luckily,
Facts.
like my sister, she was still like a kid, so we all crammed in 3 fucking seats. Like she was getting passed around between my mom and my pops, like because we was trying to cram in 3 seats
That's
trying to watch the
crazy.
damn movie. Yeah, shit was crazy. But I remember wearing a leather coat in that bitch. Yeah. It was cold. It was cold that night for some reason. I remember wearing that shit, being in the theater,
Where the
like
fuck you get a
I'm
leather coat from?
Right.
Burlington.
probably
And why are
No,
you
it's a
so
good
on brand?
exactly. I was on brand before I had no clue what was about to
You ain't
happen.
know.
I had no clue, or did I?
Yeah, insider knowledge is what it sounds like.
Right. That nigga was connected, yo. I
I
don't
was
know
already
where I
locked
was.
in.
I don't know where I
shit.
was.
I saw it in the theater too. And what's crazy is when I seen it, I was so blown away by it. I was telling all the other niggas like, because I think this the time like Jeremy, Kenny, we all stayed in the same neighborhood. Montre, Chris. So I remember coming back to the neighborhood and like, yo, y'all niggas need to see the Matrix. And them niggas like, why does nigga keep talking about the Matrix? So I remember on the weekend, we all went to go see that shit. And then when we all watched it and got out, because we used to
Yeah.
all go to the movies all the time anyway.
Mhm.
And down them niggas was talking about the Matrix crazy. So it was just like, I told y'all niggas about the Matrix. It was like, so everybody was trying to do the dodging the bullet shit. That was like a hit. That
breaking
was a
their
hit in the
ankles,
hood,
nigga.
nigga.
It was.
Exactly. And
It
then
was.
even furthermore, when that shit came out in like Blockbuster, I remember renting it and I dubbed that motherfucker, yo.
Damn
So when I
Blockbuster.
returned it back, I had
Rest
my
in
own
peace.
copy of it, nigga, and I just rewind that shit back and just play that shit over and over and fucking over again. Like
I
that
had a
shit was
copy
like
of it.
game
I just
changing, bro.
I don't like. I had a copy of it. I just don't remember how. But then again, like I had hella shit in high school, and I don't know how I got that shit anyway. So
Probably the barbershop. You know, they had that shit up in the barbershop.
Yeah.
probably. You know what?
Yeah,
Probably.
them niggas used to come in there with them shits all the time.
I mean, I was in that
Facts.
But
motherfucker.
nah.
So yeah, shit. I was cutting. I was in that bitch. So that makes sense.
What
Yeah,
about you,
man.
G? You remember when first time you saw it?
I don't. And I feel like it was on VHS when I did see it.
Mm,
I
Mm.
do feel like I was maybe at an auntie house or something in the area where adults, weren't and kids were.
right.
And I was like, damn, this shit go kind of crazy. But then you know what? I also feel like I got this memory of what they brought back for the fourth Matrix, where you had the option to click on like the pill and like choose your fate. I feel like there was a website or something like that for the Matrix one.
Yeah, it was because you could go in there and like because I used to visit it all the time. You can go on the
Yeah,
website and just do a little different shit on the website.
right.
But they made it feel like a little video game kinda.
Exactly. So I
Because after you see the movie, if you like a game or two, you're like, yo, I want to play something like this, bruh.
right.
So for me, I was like obsessed with that shit for a minute, like looking for like anything close to it. And the closest thing to it was Max Payne at the time.
Right.
They
Oh,
had
Duke
the
So
Nukem.
Matrix
Duke
on
Nukem.
PlayStation, PS2.
yeah, exactly. I think Enter the Matrix came out when the second Matrix movie came out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, but and then too, I do want to say just in case people listening and like any for the niggas that was born in like 2000 and shit, where the movie, the theater experience is different now. But I will say I did go see the Matrix like first week or two when it dropped at what's the theater over here that we know? Colonial 18. Nigga,
Rest in peace.
line wrapped around the building type shit. That's like back like you said, you couldn't pick your
Damn,
seats.
no, you
So
right about that. I forgot about them
you just
niggas
had to
used to
get
be
there on
like,
time, bruh. And then the
yeah,
line is
man.
wrapped.
You like know somebody in
Wrapped
the
around.
line, so they let you cut.
Yep.
Yeah, dog.
Yeah, dog.
That's
Yeah.
So
it.
Wow.
that was a ground that was I imagine that's what it was like when niggas went to go see Star Wars the day it came out and shit like that. So
For
Yeah,
sure.
and the arcade used to be hidden
oh
Yep.
at
yeah.
the movie theater.
Oh yeah.
You get there, get a couple of minutes
And,
early, you hit the arcade up, then then it's like time to go into your movie, and you go into your movie. Oh, because you're right, you be outside on the line and you look at the little posters on the wall that's got the little lit up
yeah,
frame, and you be like, damn, that shit, Toy
that's
Story
coming
2?
out.
Yeah, Toy Story 2
Yep.
coming out, that shit crazy, bro. Like,
Or they had
trash.
like the
It's like,
or they had like for the big movies like the big ass poster that's hanging from the ceiling and shit with
yep.
the props. And I remember seeing that for Armageddon. And I was like, what the fuck is that? Because they had
I
like a
got
little
I got one of them.
countdown and just
I got the one for
explosions and shit.
Sicario. I got one of them for
Hmm.
Sicario.
Oh, shit.
The big ass
That's dope.
poster.
Fire ass movie.
I was supposed to get the one for Black Panther, yo, but I left. and I forgot to get it, yo.
Damn.
Yo, what? Black and Avengers, yo. Cause they had it for me at the movie theater on the beach. And I was like, yo, let me get that. They like, yeah. And that's when I was leaving Miami. So I forgot to drive to the theater because I was gonna drive to the theater on my way up to Atlanta. And it wasn't until like 2 hours later I said, "Ah,
I
shit."
forgot that
I
shit. Yeah,
forgot that.
Definitely ain't about to turn around.
yeah,
Hell nah, dog.
yeah. You
So
said
that's like,
Avengers, the first one?
I think it was the first Avengers.
Oh, okay. Or because me and B, I remember me and B, and this might have been around the first couple years. B was in California, and I was like, "Yo, you gonna go see Infinity War or whatever?" Like when it come out, he was like, "Yeah, dog." And I was like, I think I had just seen. I know I went to Captain Marvel's fan event, and I got the coin or whatever, and I got the thing, and I was like on this hunt to find fan events or whatever. And I told B, I was like, B, I landed one for Infinity War, bro. And B was like, get that poster, B. I get that poster. And I was like, cool. And then I was geeked out when I left the theater because they had like Regal. Shout out to Regal. Regal had a exclusive ticket situation, which was totally like unannounced type thing or whatever. You know what I mean? So I was like, let's go. What we saying, if y'all don't hear it in our tone of voice, is we love the theater experience. You know what I'm saying? Like the theater is just a
Yeah,
little
like,
time capsule, dog. Little place to
You
go.
gotta reinvent it though. They gotta reinvent the experience a little bit.
Yeah, but how though? They gonna have them apple joints on everybody's forehead. That's about the best you gonna get.
I mean,
I
we got a
mean,
glimpse
that's a
of
step.
it.
That's something.
We got a glimpse of it with the Doom bucket.
I mean, they trying to do it with that. What's that Screen X shit where the screen go all the way around and shit?
I'm not even boosting though. I'm not like I wish I was boosted, but what good PR. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody's I did send P a pic though that was like the cashier looking at me order a Doom bucket with my Madam Web ticket, like walking up.
Hey, that movie was ass too. I must say, by the way,
But I mean, little
I
stuff
had to
like
throw
that
that
gets
in
you
there.
back into the theater, right? Like you can't buy this at Costco, you
boring.
can't buy this at Target. It's only exclusive to the theater. You go get it, you know. And people ran out like they was damn Stanley Cups. Here, I get the Doom bucket, you know. Little stuff like that, you know.
Well, you talking about the Screen X? What about the 4DX? Because somebody claimed, like my homie sent me a video on Instagram. Somebody claimed they saw Dune Part 2 and 4DX. You know, that's with the
You never tried that.
yeah, I haven't tried it yet either. You know, the sheets,
Mm.
the seat shake. You get smoke. Like I know last year
That's
somebody went.
is that Regal?
I think so. I think so.
And I think for us, it's only at Atlantic Station.
Right, because I think for us
Yeah.
it's only at LA Live, and I really don't fuck with downtown LA in that sense unless
Yeah.
I'm really
I
trying to
watched
be.
Alita Battle Angel in that.
It was live.
That's a fire
It,
movie too.
it was dope. It was just like, damn, like everything happening in this bitch. Like it was dope. It was
Like
like,
I'd be willing to try it. They just
yeah.
don't have them available everywhere like that. Because I'm right by a Regal, but that shit got IMAX, but that shit even sometimes be janky.
Mm.
Yeah,
Supposed.
like I think like for me, if I was gonna go check it out, I would either kind of how like Christopher Nolan and Denis Villeneuve was like, oh, we shot this in IMAX. Like it would be okay. We shot this specifically for the Regal, 4DX experience. So like if I'm watching Dune Part 2,
Mm-hmm.
I want to see. I want to be out there riding the worm too. I want some smoke in that bitch. I'm like those some sand in my eye. Give me a mask, nigga. Give me a mask up. I'm like I want to be in the experience. You
Now
know,
you
do
know
it
what would
like
be
they.
crazy though, and like a 4DX would be like a space movie, or
Yeah,
like
Yeah.
that shit would be crazy, dog.
she might look like that.
Let you have that one.
Or like what's that thing they got in Las Vegas? That big ass globe shit. Like maybe some
The
shit like
sphere,
that.
the sphere.
That sphere.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Like you go in there and the whole fucking building you in is the movie, nigga.
the Matrix.
It'd be like Jurassic Park or something. That shit might be a little too
That would be
much. I ain't gonna lie.
tough.
Nah, that shit would be
But
wild, nigga.
I'd definitely try it though.
Fucking
Shit.
T
Fuck
Rex
that.
like right here, nigga. I'm like, oh
What's
boy,
the
shit.
movie out right now? The Godzilla movie, the King Kong Godzilla
Godzilla
movie.
versus
That should
Oh,
be
Kong.
that shit just came
crazy.
out today,
Oh
bro.
yeah.
That shit would be crazy in there.
Facts.
Like King
I'm trying
Kong
to
getting
think.
like flipped over you, like boom. You'd be like, oh
Oh yeah.
shit.
Facts.
Right. Because they love to do that ground shot when they up there tearing up buildings and stuff. Just be, y'all know
Oh.
that
I think
meme of
honestly,
William Defoe? It's like,
they can just start with just making sure the theaters they got now actually work.
Oh no.
Why they dog? It's so expensive to run the theater, dog.
Yeah, I agree. It is, but
That's
like, only reason people ain't going is because it's like you
because
got to
they
make it
raggedy.
feel like more of an event. Exactly, they raggedy.
They
You got to
raggedy.
worry
The
about niggas
seats
in there
mad
getting
dirty.
drunk, talking, walking in front of the movie. Like people just be having full combos in the movie, and
3 week
it's just
old
like,
popcorn beside you, nigga. Like
Like I
the
feel
and
like
then
seat
that
that
shit
got
shit
a
is
stain
expensive as
on it.
hell.
You don't know what
You
that's
can't
on. You don't know what's on the seat. You be like, I don't know if I can
exactly.
sit on that.
you
This
always get on this
butter
part of
or
your
nut,
arm, too.
nigga.
It'd be weird.
It ain't
You got
butter.
to put some plastic down to sit on that
Ain't
shit.
butter.
Then now you disturbing the movie and shit because every time you move,
Yeah, you got a
plastic.
plastic bag. You like fat, 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 fat.
Like what the fuck?
Oh,
Y'all
shit.
could have stayed home and watched this shit here.
bro.
I tell you, though, I done bought
Lazy
some
ass
But
Chinese
chairs.
food in the movie theater, nigga. I had my
Oh,
General's
for
chicken
sure.
right there, nigga. I was
You on them
chopstick.
fun.
Hey,
hey,
For
but
that
yo,
should be
but
sure.
lit
look,
when you sneak like a real meal in there, nigga.
dog, niggas be tight, dog. They be looking back,
They
like,
do.
yeah, they
Yo,
be mad as hell,
I
dog.
remember I had like some wings and fries. Yo, the dude next to me was like, "Yo, where you get that from?" I was like, "Man, I snuck this shit in here from the mall."
Yeah.
Yeah,
He was like,
dog.
"Damn, bruh."
Like,
And
what
he
you
Yeah,
like
mean, dog?
legit
Yo,
upset about
right. Your
yeah.
mom made me a to-go plate. He said,
it.
Hey, but look, I
Oh
throw away my
shit.
trash. Okay, I don't leave my trash in the seat. Right.
Facts. That's fine. That's fine.
no, true.
You know what I'm saying? I clean my shit up, dog. Cause ain't nobody like. Could you imagine? You got like 150 chairs of just shit, and you just gotta clean up all that people's shit. People don't.
And
People are
it's always
gross.
a quick turnaround, too. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It'd be literally like, what, 10 minutes between the movies sometimes? It's like, and they got to hit all the rows. They be coming in there, what, before the damn
Yep.
third act, it seemed like. You be seeing them posted over there. They be chilling, looking like, come on, can y'all motherfuckers just get out? It ain't
It's
no
like a
end credit
motherfucking
scene.
pit stop, dog.
They need to just yell that. They
In
come in there,
credits,
hey,
they be like,
y'all, it ain't no end credit scene. Get the fuck out.
Shut your ass
And I
up.
also seen somewhere too, like they said that even though like theater, like people going to the theater, the levels is down, people are still going to drive-ins a lot though. So there's something to be said about
yeah.
a specific experience people are getting at the drive-in that they're not getting at the theater.
hmm
That's because
Because
people
obviously when
probably
you
be
in a
smoking.
drive-in,
They
hmm
probably be
exactly, like
smoking.
people
They
want to be
probably
in
be
their own
fucking.
confined,
They probably
that
be
too.
the whole shebang, yo.
And then if you
hmm
got a system in your car, you ain't got to worry about the movie sounding stupid. You know
That's
what I'm
true.
saying? So
Don't go in
yeah,
like a 95 Accord. Your shit gonna be raggedy.
Don't watch Dune. Your shit gonna blow up.
right, nigga. No
Nigga,
dynamic range in that bitch.
put on 92.1. But why this shit so staticky, man?
Your
Can't
shit
hear
gonna
shit.
blow up. Right.
Nah,
Be
but the
going in
drive
and
was a
out.
vibe though. The drive was a vibe, dog.
Yeah. But at the same time, I still want the experience I had when I saw Endgame, bruh, and Cat grabbed the hammer, dog.
Yeah,
Pause.
but I mean, you not dog.
Like
That
niggas go when you in a movie with all other fans of the same shit and everybody just hype about the shit,
bro,
that shit
that's
is
a
an experience
century
too.
moment, dog. That's a
Yeah,
one in
exactly.
100. That's a 1 in 100, dog. Like you not you like you got to think about it. Like niggas been waiting on Captain America 1 to pick up the hammer for like 8 years, right? 2, they been waiting on that nigga to say Avengers Assemble for like since Captain America came out, nigga. So like that was that man peak capital peak Marvel right there, nigga.
Yeah,
Let's
dog.
segue because that's a good segue now. Wait, actually, you know what? Scratch it. I just thought about it because there's spoilers, so I cut myself. Yeah.
For what? I was about to say before we get to that, just back to the Matrix, like you said, and you were saying like being in the watching the Avengers and certain moments like that moment we first saw shit. I feel like there was so many moments in the first Matrix when Neo grabbed the damn helicopter, and everybody was in the theater like,
Bruh.
what is
That nigga
happening?
said,
Like,
Bruh. That whole scene, niggas went crazy
yeah,
when she dog. It's just
Damn.
you taking me back now,
"Dang."
dog.
Yeah.
That shit was crazy.
like when
Damn,
he
Dre
grabbed,
out of here.
yeah,
He made a portal before he left. He
We'll,
said
fucking,
that
we'll
went
keep
straight
going
through.
though.
Ain't no Dre
But
with
you
the
right,
mystic
B.
arts. Right.
yeah, but
You right,
certain
B.
moments like you just got to be there in the theater. Like it's cool to see
Even the
this.
bullet dodge.
Yeah, like first time you saw it, everybody was like,
Yeah.
I remember I was being there, I was
He
like,
said, "You move
everybody was
like
on the
they
same
move."
page, like, what is happening?
Right.
Like, what is
You move
Mm.
this?
like they move. Never
So,
seen anyone move like that. Not fast enough.
fun fact about the Matrix. So for them to even make that movie, Warner Brothers wasn't trying to let them niggas make that shit because they was like,
Yeah,
yo, what the
drop
fuck are
that
y'all
gem,
niggas trying
Dub.
to
I
make?
love that. I
Mm-hmm.
love that.
So they basically had to take their budget and shoot the opening scene for the Matrix to convince them.
Yep.
And if
And
you look
The
once
at
they
it,
Trinity
showed
scene?
them the opening scene with Trinity,
Yeah.
yeah,
them niggas was like, okay, we'll leave y'all the fuck alone now. Because at first they was on
Mm.
their ass a lot, like, yo, we giving y'all a lot of money, bro. Like, what the fuck are y'all doing? Blah, 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 blah. And it was like,
Mm.
oh shit, we got to shoot at least the first scene. And then them niggas, we seen the first
But they
scene,
was
so we know how
yo.
that go.
I
So
mean,
they
And
they
then they
they
seen
showed
that
the
shit.
film. They
if
showed
you
the
watch
film.
it, it makes sense because it low key like a short film. Because I'm like, it goes with it, but it
Mm-hmm.
looks like on a smaller scale budget, just how everything just looks. In my opinion, especially when you rewatch, I'm like, it
Yeah,
works.
you right.
Like it looked like the scale of
But
this,
check
it
it,
was like
B.
this, like when she jumped certain things, I was like, this shit look not
Cause,
cheap, but it's like okay, like we got to show y'all a proof of
cause,
concept.
cause even when she running on the roof and shit, you can tell it's a sound stage. But me
Mm-hmm.
as a film person, it still looks really good. Like
Yeah,
even how they did the sound stage, just the set design, it's still like there's something about it that still pulls you into the world of it. And that shit is just like masterful to me, man. And it's just
Hmm.
like the perfect movie, dog.
yeah.
Perfect.
Like
Perfect.
just from that alone,
What were you saying,
it,
Dre?
it, just craft it with love, bruh.
Factuals. Factuals. Nah, I was
Like
saying when they did the budget, they were like they gave them all the money. They said, yeah, we got the film, and then they gave them the film, and they was like, yo, where's the rest of the film? And they was like, we ain't got no more money. Like that's how they did it. They was like, we ain't got no more money,
Yep.
so
That's a
y'all got to give
flex.
us some more money, or there ain't no more film. And they was like, all right, fuck it, here you go. Here's all the money.
Exactly.
Why they being so cheap though? WB. Wait, it was Warner Brothers, right?
Because
Nah, but
for some reason niggas couldn't understand the script,
think about the
so
Matrix,
everybody was
dog.
Yeah.
looking
Think
at.
about what
Dang,
that
Drake
Dre
Smith
film
couldn't
House.
was
Uh,
and
understand the
what it
script. I'm
represented.
like Drake couldn't
yeah, but
understand.
they just didn't understand the script.
That's all good. But Warner
In
Warner
the
Brothers was
script,
in their bag though. Warner Brothers had Xena at that time.
yeah,
They
for
had
a while.
Buffy the Vampire Slayer. They had money.
It's some hits on under Warner Brothers belt. Like it's
They was
just
in
the
their bag in
executives,
the
man.
90s, early 2000s.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I mean, I think it's just also with the streaming, everybody went crazy with the streaming. Like not to go on a
Yeah.
tangent or anything, just like everybody went crazy on the streaming, so you try to expand too fast before really knowing what it is. Everybody want to be
Hmm.
Netflix, and everybody can't be Netflix because what Netflix was doing was essentially like just blockbuster at the crib, and then everybody was like, "Yeah,
Hmm.
we can expand stuff and just start making our own stuff, and everybody's gonna want to watch it." And then come back around to the same thing I've been saying before we start this podcast. Yeah, we back to cable in a sense,
Yeah.
but yeah, everybody went too fast with it. Back on the Matrix real quick, y'all remember like just other movies that y'all watched after the Matrix? And I was like, this shit look like the Matrix. How they shot. I remember watching Charlie's Angels. Shout out to Jonathan Moore. We saw
Hmm.
that first one in the theaters. I was like, they were doing some Matrix stuff in there. It was funny. Like they knew what they were doing.
Yeah.
Fun with this shit, but I was like, oh y'all a trip. Like some Matrix shit.
I
So I
don't,
mean,
I don't know about you, but I would always look for some type of Matrix type shit in movies after that.
yeah,
Max Payne.
And then
you
I
see,
got to a point where I was like, all right, I'm
Good,
now I
Dre.
just want to,
Good one.
right?
but
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Yeah,
bro.
that
But yeah,
whole
nah,
the whole camera technique was crazy. It was like we got just a bunch of cameras going around. I was like, oh, that's how
bunch
y'all
of
did this shit.
DSLR cameras too. It's just like, yo,
I mean, for at
that
that
shit
time,
great.
that was the peak of technology.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Like so, like like I don't even know how you think about that. You know, they're like, all right, we're just gonna like that shit, like that.
Because the way they built their team, like the dude they had for that nigga only like specialized in like just that shit, like rigging, uh, cameras and like, but specific cameras. So it's like
Everybody
they were,
was an elite. Everybody was an
yeah,
elite on that cast. That's why the
exactly.
Matrix Four didn't work because
Shout
they
out to
didn't
John
use
Gator. That's his
they
name.
didn't yeah they didn't use any. I don't know if they didn't use any. That might be a bold statement, but
You said
they
Matrix
didn't.
4?
Yeah, they didn't use what they used for the Matrix One.
Yeah.
Now,
You
only thing I give Matrix 4 credit for is they used no like set lights. They used all natural lighting for that movie.
I mean, that's
So
cool.
they would have to wait certain times to get a certain look. Artistically, I fuck with that, but it just still couldn't save the movie.
Yeah.
So that would be great if the movie was great. But
Yeah.
since it's the 25th of the Matrix, I'm just trying to give that movie a redeeming
Yeah,
factor
Give it its
but
flowers.
see, it's tough
give some
because
type of flowers.
like you can't like that. Yeah, you got to be an artist and you got to have the artistic vibe for sure, right? But you can't
Yeah,
just be an artist to do a commercial film. It doesn't work. You need
yeah.
more. You need more of the shit that is guaranteed to bring in an audience. You know, like people are interested, yes, but not everybody is interested in just artsy shit. Like
That movie didn't release in theaters either, did it?
I think it
HBO
was the same.
Max
Matrix 4.
I
Yeah,
think it did
just
both.
HBO Max.
because of
No, no,
COVID.
no, I did. It did both. Remember, that's when HBO Max was doing the same day theater and at the crib. So it was like, hey,
But it
like
was
you want to
also
burn
COVID
money?
time too.
Because I feel like they didn't do it with
Middle of
every
COVID.
movie. I feel like they did it some.
Wait, that was
Because I know I
2021, right?
probably would have went to go try to see it in the theater.
No,
Because I
no,
remember just only watching it at home.
like here's how I know it came out in theaters. So I remember I came home and G and I think like shit, damn near G and Dre was trying to see it, but I ended up damn near getting sick. Or Jasmine and Brittany got sick
Yep.
and they couldn't see it, and I thought I had gotten sick, but I didn't get sick. So I think G put up to the crib and we watched it over there instead of going to the theater because we were trying to coordinate like how can I get in town so we can all watch the shit together and just didn't on
Mm.
pause. He was like, "Fuck it, watch it at the
Yeah.
crib." So yeah, that was that year. And it was like I remember like watching the trailer. It was like HBO Max. We released some shit same day in theaters and at the crib because we don't like
Mm.
money. And this is why I'm in the situation in right now. Sorry, Warner
Right.
Brothers. Like it didn't make no sense. Like you can't release a
It didn't
movie
make
on
no
it
damn sense.
at the crib and in the theaters. Like you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go to the no. I'm gonna sit my ass here
Mm-hmm.
at
Of
the crib.
course.
Yeah,
Like the
because
Matrix is like the one exception. I was like, I do want to see this in theaters. They just got lucky. I got sick.
actually you right. Because I remember saying I'm glad I watched it at home.
See,
Yeah, but
So
they thought like it was gonna hit HBO Max and it was gonna be a whole big ass deal, and HBO Max was gonna get a whole lot of money because it was the Matrix and all that stuff. But like people, people aren't just gonna watch it because it's got a name on it. Like
Yeah.
they people don't trust commercial studios. People don't trust that shit no more. Like they're like, man, y'all fucking around, dog.
Yeah. Because they missed a real good opportunity to like really change the game again. And they really missed the mark on it.
I think the movie
Like,
was
because
just a
even the
big ass
marketing
troll.
was okay.
I think it was a big ass
Yeah.
troll.
it's a big ass troll.
I think it was intentionally bad.
But why would they do that though? Like to
Well, because Warner Brothers was gonna make a Matrix without a Wachowski anyway. They were gonna do it anyway, and she was like, I didn't have a story, but then I had to make a story. I didn't want people to fuck up my story. So
mm-hmm.
like, they were kind of, well, I guess she, because it was only one of them, was forced to do it more or less. I don't know. It goes back to what you were saying
basically
about that
basically to
artistic
do it to
creativity.
spite them.
Yeah, like, you know
Mm,
what I'm saying?
I could
Because
see
they
that
were gonna
because
do
they
it.
did it with other shit.
Of
They
course.
fucked up Suicide Squad. They fucked up Justice League. I guess why not fuck up the Matrix too?
Bro.
Mhm.
But it's like, why would a company self-sabotage like that? Which is the crazier, or I guess the more of a question to ask.
I don't know what is going on with my shit.
Like a deeper question. I don't know.
Mhm.
Because
Work that
Mhm.
like
that's what it seems like. Like
Well,
nobody even cares about the DC shit that's being cooked up. Like, because niggas really hate James Gunn, bro.
I mean, I'm with the shits. I just hope. I think I said it before. They need to have reasonable expectations. Also, I hope that the budget for Superman or the Superman isn't crazy. I hope the budget is like 130, between 130 and 150, if that. Like you need to keep it below. Can't do 200. That's crazy because people, like you said, people might not be fucking with James Gunn, and then we've had a Superman in a sense, but not really like all the like we seen him like
He
it
Yeah.
about to be
pop up, but we
Wolverine,
haven't
dog.
had successful Superman movies. So
He about to be
Superman
Wolverine.
already seemed like a corny character, and then we got the Zack Snyder uh, fan club. So there's already stuff like going against it. So you need this first Superman to not be $1 billion, but you need that shit like if the budget's good, it needs to be between 600 and 700 million, and then build off that shit. And like, okay, the universe, like people like this character, like numbers went crazy, but they ain't go super crazy. But we feel good about where this is going.
Isn't Superman
Honestly,
about to be in the public domain
I
real
I
soon?
think that shit can't because
mhm.
I like being on Twitter all the time. Them niggas argue every day, dude. Zack Snyder people and James Gunn people argue every day back and forth. So it's like them niggas cannot miss with that Superman movie.
Yeah, that's something
Like
like
that
it.
shit gotta be flawless, bruh.
Like it gotta be,
Or
in my opinion, it gotta be like the 1978 version with like the hands of Man of Steel. In my opinion, like I need Superman to get busy a little bit. That was the first time I've seen on the big
yeah,
screen Superman throw hands because we seen him like on the small screen, Smallville or Lois and Clark TV show. Seen him like throw people around like ooh oh I'm like he's strong as hell. That was the first time we saw Superman throw hands. Even in the cartoon, you
mhm,
see him fight in anime movies or just in general, like seeing him like swing around like and punch people. That was the first time. I was, oh, okay, like he's actually like getting down a little bit, and you felt the impact. So you need like that combination. You need that
mhm,
people. You need Superman to be hopeful and nice, and save a cat out of a tree. Walk a little white lady across the street. Also, that nigga slap the hell out of somebody.
yeah.
and
And then the thing is too, like when you trying to depict Superman live action, you have to make sure you get his style of fighting right.
Well, he's a
yeah,
Like I
brawler.
think Zack Snyder
He's just a
captured
brawler.
how I envisioned
You're
Superman
right.
fighting niggas
You're right.
perfectly.
yeah.
And James Gunn is gonna have to bite a little bit of that because
Mm-hmm.
how else do you make Superman fight? You can't just have that nigga out here doing karate. Like he, you know what I'm saying? He ain't
Bro,
like
can you
no kung
imagine
fu
this
nigga.
nigga
Like he
Superman
gotta
doing
like
karate, nigga?
move and like
Be a
fight
problem.
a certain way.
Right.
So
Be a problem.
Can you imagine? He's like,
had
his cape is
that
just
nigga out here doing butterfly kicks and shit. Like
It's just disrespectful at that point.
like you train for
Yeah,
this?
why are you doing all this? You could just punch me one time. Like this is kind of like it's kind of disrespectful, bro. Like
That nigga pull out some nunchucks,
Superman gonna bite off
but
hit
off the
you across the
Matrix.
head
And
with
just
it.
like, ugh. I'm like, wait, what the fuck?
but I
right.
mean, I'm willing to give it a shot. You know what I'm saying? And see, like if the trailer dropped and that shit look hard, I will take back everything I said and be like, okay, you got me.
Yeah,
But if that shit ass, I will spare no expense, nigga,
like you said,
to tear that up.
it can't be ass. Like if it's ass, that means the rest of the universe is you might hit the reboot, hit the reset button again on the Nintendo. You gotta restart this shit all the way over, nigga. Like restart the
Because he
whole
already
game.
announced a bunch of niggas we don't care about.
You trying just
So,
the rest of the cast?
like, just the rest of the movies. Like, do we really need an Amanda Waller movie or show?
Nah,
What about them other niggas? Creature
Creature
Commandos. Like, who the fuck
Commandos.
is that? Why do
no,
we need that?
they just pulling
That's a
people out
cartoon,
the
so I ain't tripping about the
woodworks.
cartoon. Like,
Oh, it's
I
a
can,
cartoon. Okay, okay,
yes,
okay.
I
Oh
can tap
yeah,
in.
okay. I think we talked about that before.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I can tap in with the cartoon, here and
actually,
there. So
I'm
I'm
cool
like,
with any animated shit.
yeah,
Any
I'm
animated shit.
like they should be all right. I'm trying to think what else. Supergirl movie. I ain't mad at that.
I mean, we might need to just talk about the fact that they pushed Batman 2 back
Talk about that real quick. That
because
sucks.
they thinking that might get X like axed.
Hey, that movie made too much money from not to at least give a part two. Like I can see them doing just a part two and like wrapping it up. Unfortunately, because with the restart, because people still might be confused. Whenever
Yeah,
it says it's supposed to come out 2026 now. I hope not, but I've read the report. Well, I heard got the keynotes like GB doing. I got the keynotes pretty much like they didn't have room on the lot to film because the writer strike. I mean the actor strike fucked everything up, so they had to like
mm,
push that shit back. So I heard that I was like, damn, 2026. I'm like, shit, that's 4.5 years pretty much since the movie the first one came out. Like I think it's Batman, so people are still gonna check it out. But that's a long ass time in between. That's all
yeah.
in my head. And like, if like you said, they could rap, like they could, try to axe it. Like that's where they could be like, okay, we're just doing number two, and then we don't want anybody to get confused. We introduce this other version of Batman and his, family and the Bat family. So they could just wrap that shit up. And like, all right, y'all, we gave y'all two, and we got the Penguin TV show. So you could get two seasons of the Penguin TV show on there though, in between, if everybody likes the first one.
So is that part of his DC lineup, the Penguin show?
Not James Gunn. I think like so the Batman Part Two, the Penguin, Joker, Folia dude. That's like I think they're officially titling that DC
Elsewhere.
Elseworlds. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So like James Gunn, like obviously he's aware of it. He that's his stuff, but it's just like okay, this ain't in the universe. This is his own separate universe. It's just like
Hmm.
if hopefully everything works out right. People aren't getting confused, even though
I
people.
think that nigga's scared of the Elseworlds universe being better than whatever he fucking up.
Oh
But
yeah,
that's
for
just
sure.
my
I'm
own
like,
little personal theory.
You think so?
Yeah, because the Batman is acclaimed. The
I disagree.
Joker, people love it, and I think Joker 2 is probably one of the most anticipated movies in a long time.
I think it's
At
just gonna be
least the
hard to
trailer.
create continuity between all the films. That's what I think. Like since it's
Yeah, it's
early,
gonna get confusing for people.
yeah, it like, but that's the problem that you have when you just put out a whole bunch of superhero movies now. People expect them to be intertwined. They're like, they're like, isn't Robin a part of Batman? Why is it Robin there? You know what I'm saying? Like that's what people expect. It's tricky, man. Like that's what happens. You got so much. I don't know.
And
Especially
and
with them
then
going
it's
into the public domain here soon. That shit gonna be crazy.
yeah. And then there's other stories people want to see from back. Like there's other stories. Like they keep restarting it and kind of telling us just different perspectives of the same origin and Joker story, but like it's other sagas in Batman that niggas want to see.
But how do you
So
get to all that? How do you get to all that without starting somewhere close to the beginning?
well, they have to stick with an established beginning. Like they could have did it with Dark Knight. They could have did it with whatever Ben Affleck was cooking up, which he was writing some shit up, but they fucked that up. Like it was
They don't
Zack
trust.
Snyder had it going.
They don't trust that people are gonna go watch these movies. And when people were going to watch the movies, that's when they decided to enter with some bullshit. That's what happened. Like it's like, all right, here's my time to say whatever I'm gonna say, and it's like, like you just got the faith of the people, you just got it, and then you're gonna go part left. We'll see. I mean, mm, I'm hoping that. Well, I'll wait since we still talking about DC. I'll wait, but we'll
Well, I
see.
mean, segue off that, like, well, before all that, like, if you're watching and listening, what do y'all like? What do y'all remember about the Matrix? You know, first time watching first Matrix. You know, how do y'all feel about all that? And a little bit about some of the DC stuff what we were talking about. But segue off of the whole, do we trust anything? Have y'all been watching X-Men '97? And do we trust that? That
I think season 1 is going to be phenomenal, and I think season 2 is going to be questionable.
Because I was gonna say since old buddy got fired, Bo DeMayo, like since he got fired,
Wait, whoa, what happened?
that's the thing, nobody knows.
Nobody know.
He got released the week before it came out, and it was like you got to go.
But here's the thing, though. Ain't nobody talking about the fact that nigga got fired because X-Men '97 is fire.
Is that
They
right?
talk about it if season 2 is questionable.
Season 2 is going to be questionable because of what Marvel's track history says. But I was watching an interview yesterday morning, I think it was, and they were just talking about the creator was just talking about how she grew up on Saturday morning, shows, and was just like, what can I do to keep the legacy of the characters, but at the same time make it easier to be animated? Because they said that's why they simplified the designs, is because the designs were so detailed, it was hard to animate. And back in the day, niggas weren't using technology; they were doing it by hand.
Yeah, frame by frame.
You know what I'm saying? So like that's the reason why they simplified, the animation. They changed it up the way they did. But I mean, there's some things where you're like, but overall, I think like the story is dope. I think the animation is cool. Like, they making Cyclops look like a fucking tank.
A G.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
This is the
so
first time. Like I ain't gonna lie, my expectations weren't that high because I remember watching the X-Men show, but I wasn't like, oh yeah, like this is like I remember liking it, but I wasn't like overall like in love with it. I was like, I'll just watch Spider Man. I'll just be over here watching Spider Man, and I'll tap in with X Men once in a while. So I was trying to rewatch it, when they put it on Disney Plus. But I think I was watching it too late at night, so every time I started that bitch up, I was going to sleep.
it's a little hard though, man, because you wanna see what you know nowadays. You don't have the patience for some janky animation,
Yeah,
some like some what do you want, some janky one liners. You're like, all right, and then
It's a
the
party over there,
animation.
boy.
yeah.
You just had some balloons.
She
Some
was like,
balloons come up.
we agree. Party
Oh,
time.
when I did that, I mean,
Yeah,
wait, what?
I guess.
yeah, do
Oh
this,
yeah,
Rick.
because
Do
he
this,
on
do
his
this.
iPhone. I forgot I ain't on my phone.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck just happened?
Do a thumbs up. Yeah, do two peace signs, bro. Do two peace signs. That's what
Is it difference?
Yeah,
Hey, when we put this video out,
yeah,
will this show?
Yep, it should.
It's
yeah.
kind of dope. We can use that like as just part of the shit.
Do it. If you do a double thumbs down, it'll start raining, bro.
Well, that was my expectations for when I was getting ready to watch X Men '97, but I always thought Cyclops was corny, and then watching him on this, I was like,
Nah, man, but that's the
really,
thing. Cyclops ain't never been corny, bro.
well, they didn't help that man out because I remember watching this shit. I was like, when the X Men movies came out, I was like, I don't give a fuck about no Cyclops. Where's Wolverine at? So
They
In the
fucked
like,
They did
everything
him
movies,
up
dirty.
they did
about
him.
the X-Men
They did him
movies.
dirty in the movies.
Like,
Yeah,
yeah.
they did. They did him dirty.
But
yeah,
Yeah,
he was a bitch
like
in the
this
movie.
show is like okay, I'm here for Cyclops. Like I'm like how they animate even that first scene we came in, it was like blasting niggas, like and then like beaming himself
And he was
around.
using that shit to move.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
was
that
like
shit
as
was
defense,
hard.
I was like, yo, like I know
And
you.
jumping out the plane.
Yeah, when he
And
landed,
he,
he
look,
was
look,
Man,
look, look, jumping out the plane is a super, super, super deep cut. Super deep cut, right? So what happened was
yeah, let
when
him
he
know.
got his powers, right? him and his brother were falling out the plane, and that's how he discovered his powers.
What's his brother name?
That's
What's his brother name?
crazy.
Who, you talking about Having?
Ooh.
That nigga tried me, dog.
I tried, you know, I tried.
Tried my whole life, nigga.
Yeah, I'm like that shit was cold. I'm looking like everybody flying away. I see Rogue flying away, Storm flying away. You know,
Her
spoiler
flying
alert if I
out.
haven't watched X-Men '97. But yeah, they tear open the system to tear open that roof. And all of a sudden, I'm like, wait, what the fuck is Cyclops about to do? Oh, he got a parachute. Where's parachute at? And that nigga was
Don't
like,
need
nah, I
that.
got this. I was like, hey, yo, like, I'm like, they took
Believe
them
in
like,
himself, as B100 would say.
yes, like I'm. It's dope to see that. I wish we would have seen that in live action. Like maybe they can
True.
Yeah.
recreate it. You know what I'm saying?
Could
like
you imagine? Could you imagine
the
that
I'd have
in
theater,
live?
the
lost my
theater go
shit.
nuts. Like that's like,
I'd have
That
lost
would
my
have been,
shit.
but that's what we hoping to see in the new live action movie. I
That's
yeah,
what we
think
hope. I need that.
like
they gonna use
Need
this to
that.
get people excited about X-Men again, and then hopefully, they give us they
Mhm.
reset the
And
MCU with the
charismatic too. He was getting them jokes
X-Men.
off. Oh no, don't take my, my eye cover. Bitch ass nigga. Blew the whole building up. Like, right.
Hey,
This
you
is
know
just for
what?
show.
I
Like,
gotta give you your props, G. I gotta give you your props, right? Because when I was watching X-Men '97,
yeah,
I remember your pick for Bishop, and I was like, maybe. But now that
yeah.
I'm watching X-Men '97, I'm like, you know what? That nigga Bishop is going in, dog.
Bishop that dude,
Yeah,
bro.
Dog.
Bishop that
yeah.
dude, bro.
they gave him a little time to
I
flex.
appreciate that, Dre.
I was still
I
a little
appreciate
nervous
that.
because I'm like Bishop of the police in the future, right? So I was like, I don't know if I really
Yes, yeah.
fuck with this nigga. I'm like,
Police in the
Yeah. He not an
police.
op though. He not an
He
op.
not an
But
op, dog.
yeah, he
Yeah.
So I'm like,
Bishop dope. Bishop
Nah,
dope,
that
bro.
nigga, yo, Bishop said, yo, Cyclops hit me. And he said,
Yeah.
blast that nigga. Bishop said, yeah, boom, nigga. I said,
I was like, all right, okay.
that's
I'm
kind
like,
of
Dope.
dope, dog.
prove
That's
me
That's
dope.
dope.
wrong. See, that's why I'm like, I, I'm here. I'm here for the rest of the season. I'm nervous about season 2 since they took my man away. Hopefully, like he infused enough, like within the rest of the writers and the rest of the crew to make
Hmm.
season 2 jump off. But I think
Yeah,
it's
but
like
they said he got taken out because they ain't like the direction that he was going because he was like making it super agendified. But that's
that's
what I
what
heard.
the X-Men is. That's what the X-Men like X-Men is allegory for.
They were. You're right. They were essentially freedom fighters.
I'm like black, brown,
Not that
minority.
agendified. The
Not that.
other
Yeah.
agendified.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Yeah.
Shit, I
I just
don't
want to. I
like.
just want to see hands, man. I just want to see hands.
I'm talking about Jubilee colors agendified.
Yeah. I get it.
You know
I'm
what?
tracking.
That goes with what I was saying earlier to y'all about that shit that I found out about how pretty much all the movies and shit that we watch, some of the biggest shit that we love, goes through a department in the White House that okays what movies are put out and what movies are not put out.
But that's
Or what, and that's how
that's
they
been that way
decide
for
what gets
years.
the funding, what gets this, that's the politics of how shit gets put.
That's been that way for decades, though. That's the thing that people don't
Mhm.
know. That's been that way for decades. Like I know, I've seen social media, a little social media recent buzz about that kind of thing. Cool, but that's just been going on for decades, dog. Long. I'm talking about say Private
All the
Ryan,
way back to the first Top Gun movie.
like all of them, dog. That shit's all them old like.
That because that was literally the movie they used to create propaganda for America to give America the heroic
Mhm.
look of a country. They used stuff like Top Gun and just to I guess for whatever was going on at the time, that was their agenda to put that type of
But
visual out for America.
it's not bad to have pride in your country. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like.
facts.
Like it's a little
But
wiggly.
you got to be doing the right shit though.
I mean, 100%, right? Nobody's fucking perfect. You
Yeah,
and like that, that's the tricky part, man. Like they say, man, history is told by the winners. So you know what I'm saying? Like, I survived to tell the tale. I'm gonna tell the tale how I want to tell it. So I mean,
exactly. And
you
we definitely figuring that out.
it is what it
A
is.
lot of
But
shit ain't adding up, my friend.
but if you don't have pride in your country, though, like you're not gonna respect everything around you and then it's just
Mhm.
crazy because you're just gonna be running around through the streets with no care, and that's where like anarchy happens. You know what I'm saying? That's when you get the purge. You
Yeah,
know,
but you gotta give niggas something to have pride in.
I mean, I agree
Can't
with
just be
that
like
too.
you can't just be like we're great and that's it.
I agree with that too.
Like, okay,
And,
nigga, why?
right? That's the balance, right?
Yeah.
Like that's the balance. You know, I agree with that 100%, man. Because like it's tricky, man. Shit's fucked up, but like shit could always be more fucked up.
Oh, nigga, it's only the third month in 2024, dog.
Right.
You know, like be crazy, dog. Election year.
But
Uh, touching back on X-Men, ISG, when we were talking about Doom Part 2, we're all enjoying it, but is the younger generation tapping in? Like, I know, like Juice kind of said, like this, like at least the animation can be like the jumping off point to kind of getting the MCU back on track. Is the younger generation tapping on this? Because I was asking about Doom Part 2. Like, is this a four quadrant movie? Is everybody tapped into this weird ass sci-fi movie? Like, I know I liked it and I'm enjoying X-Men, but do y'all think like anybody shit are is this made for like 16-year-olds?
I
Because
think so.
like the
yeah,
youth,
it
the youth
is.
is are the ones that's going out like
I think
paint,
so.
buy stuff.
I think it is. But to be fair, them niggas just got way more shit to watch now. Like,
Mm,
think about when we was watching X-Men on Saturday mornings.
true.
That was it.
Yep.
X-Men, Spider-Man, come on, and then what,
G.I.
Animaniacs and
Joe,
all that other shit.
Transformers.
Yeah, so we had like a little lineup every Saturday that we would watch. Now it's more of like if you want to watch it, go to Disney Plus and watch it, but like only if it's interesting them more than whatever they into.
There's no
These
stakes.
niggas like watching Twitch now.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
no stakes in the game, man. Because you remember, look, right? We watched something on the weekend, right? Then we had to hold our excitement in, go to school 2 days later, and then talk about it, right?
Facts.
Like, well, oh yeah, earlier today, right? I told you I was watching Invincible, right? So like a couple hours ago, right? I turned on Amazon, and then the first thumbnail for the episode of Invincible is a spoiler, and I'm like, it's just not safe at all. You know, like the
Damn.
episode came out early this morning, and it was the same. It actually was the same way for X-Men yesterday. Like I opened up YouTube and there was an early release, and that first thumbnail was a spoiler, and I'm like, come on, y'all, like y'all going a little too crazy. Like I know there's a rush and the want to be the first one to put out the content, but like, yo, like chill the fuck out.
I think that hurts the content too a little bit.
Hundred
Like
percent.
the fact that so much is shared before one you even see it when it comes out, and then it's just like even now whenever something new in the MCU happens, they just tell us every single thing, like, oh, potentially talking to this person to play this person. It's like, yo, don't tell us nothing and just drop a trailer and surprise everybody.
You don't have your own opinion anymore.
Exactly.
You can't
Yeah.
even make your own opinion. It's already swayed. It's already like,
Hmm.
dang, why they choose that nigga to play this actor? Why they choose him to play you like, why that's stupid. So
And
then
you
you go,
can't please everybody.
yeah, man,
Can't
like,
please everybody. I tell
and
them niggas to suck my dick. You gonna watch this shit or shut the fuck up.
there you go.
The people,
Man,
like, I think
we
they
can't-
need that energy now. Like, I think the internet specifically affects the creating of shit because people are listening to these bots mostly and just like trying to cater to that shit.
you got to find a new
And
way
it's
to,
like,
and you got to find a new way to have an opinion and a belief on some shit. Like, and it's hard with, like you said, a world that's overstimulating. I know you didn't say it in those words, but where there's so much content out there and people are releasing so much stuff, it's hard to be able to like get a couple of moments where you can just enjoy the content uh unabridged, you know what I'm saying, untainted, fresh off the press. You can't do that anymore. Like
yeah,
you just can't.
Yeah.
So
That's why I'm glad with X-Men. 97, Invincible, certain other things like they're releasing it week by week. So I try to avoid, hopping on social media, especially Twitter. Like I would have waited to watch X-Men 97 like maybe today or something, but I think I hopped on Twitter and all of a sudden I saw Jean Grey doing something. I was like, God dang, I gotta watch this shit right now before I spoil the rest of this shit for myself. Let me watch this shit right now before I fuck this up for myself. I'm gonna be mad as hell. Because niggas already had a reactions like they did that, and I went and worked out, came back, and all I saw was YouTube clips. Niggas was like, I was like, shit, like this just came out.
Niggas gonna be on it quick.
But that's what that. It's a world to where you got to be first to produce something, so that you can get a little bit of that beginning crowd, even if your shit is wrong. Like you got the eyes on you, and now you're like, all right, I got a little something, which is interesting, right? Because we're over here doing a podcast, but
Right.
it is what it is.
Shit, at least we waiting for certain instances, like letting shit breathe.
Yeah.
Speaking of hating, Juice and I did the trailer reaction to The Crow. Me and Juice kind of liked it. It seems like the rest of the world said, fuck that damn movie. Niggas mad as hell. I'm like, I heard this shit had like 88,000 dislikes on YouTube.
I mean, I just watched the original one, 3 days ago?
With Brandon
just
Lee?
To yeah, man. Just to see, because I ain't watched that movie in a minute, honestly.
I don't even remember.
And I wanted to just watch it.
You said you know what it's about?
I said I don't remember what it's about. I mean,
it's pretty straight edge, bro. It was like a nigga got fucked up, came back from the dead, and fucked everybody up that fucked him up.
Word.
Over his chick.
Yeah, he's pretty much like undead.
Pretty
Punisher.
simple. Yeah, pretty much.
With supernatural powers.
But even looking at it back then, man, like it still holds up really well. Like how they, I feel like at that time when that came out, that was probably the first Matrix type movie in terms of just groundbreaking visuals. Because the entire city of the Crow in the first one, they built like a miniature city. So they used that as the world to set it in.
Practical effects, though.
Practical shit. And then just even the cinematography was really good still. Like it was really dope. You could tell it's like in the 90s, but shit, that shit was fire, man. So
but that's what's good about movies, though. You should be able to watch a movie and get a piece of the decade and get a piece of what dog like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even gonna lie, bro. Like, it wasn't until I was in film school and I was watching them old ass movies like fucking Metropolis and Casablanca, you know what I'm saying? I would never watch any of them fucking movies. You know what I'm saying? I watched them, I'm like, oh shit, like it's a good ass movie.
Yeah. So, and that movie is just like I said, it ain't too deep, it ain't too extra. It's like, yo, start off immediately. Yo, killed the nigga, boom, dead. Oh, coming back. It ain't like no drawn out shit. It's like just, and then even the action is still fire. But the reason people probably hate it is because I'm not gonna lie, Brandon Lee gave a fucking amazing performance, bro. I had forgot how good he was in that movie. And it's easy to see where they draw out their inspiration for the Joker. I mean, because honestly, that he was first in terms of that type of performance. Like if you watch The Crow and then go watch Dark Knight, you will know some inspiration came from The Crow.
Okay.
Even the fact that because his makeup was always kind of runny in the movie, and that was like that wasn't like a stylistic choice. That's just because of the budget they had at the time, and it just happened to look good. So like I did a lot of research on like how they actually made The Crow, and they went through a lot of shit to get that shit made, man. But
so
when it
you
came out, like nobody believed in it. They was like, "Yo, this shit ain't gonna sell. This ain't gonna do shit." And when it came out, obviously it did really well, but it took a lot to get it made.
You think fans are just scared they they don't want to taint it. They're just like just leave this shit alone. Because in my head, like I don't I don't understand why people are tripping off so hard off of it. If they made like at least 3 sequels after it, I
Well,
was three. I'm like,
which were trash.
that's
So
what I'm like. They already made sequels, so I'm like, I'm like, why not
yeah,
do a remake
nigga,
30
my
years
honest
later?
opinion about the remake is it looked fire. I ain't had no issue with it. When I watched the trailer, I was just
Yeah.
like,
But how many
because
remakes?
I mean,
How many
what
remakes?
ain't
That's the question.
You said, I mean, remakes,
you said?
what?
How many remakes have they had?
No, no. How many remakes just in the past decade or so have actually been good films and not just nostalgia bait?
Roadhouse.
Did you watch?
Roadhouse was fire.
I like
Yeah, I did too. It was good.
I was
It
like,
was
shit,
I
good.
watched it.
I would you watch
It
it?
just got a little crazy at the end. At the end, I was like, okay, what the fuck is happening
It was fun. It was a fun movie.
That's what it was, dog. It was
Yeah.
just the
But
most.
we need that.
Like I don't know if y'all saw the original Roadhouse because I had never seen it until I watched. I was like, let me watch this remake first before I watched the original, so I can
Yeah.
just go on my own, just clear vision. And I saw that, and I saw the original. Spoiler alert: Patrick Swayze Dalton ripped the nigga's throat out. So I don't care. No, the crazy shit happened in 2024. This nigga did some karate shit. Was like, "What's up, nigga? Give me your throat," and ripped this nigga esophagus out and threw that shit like it was Mortal Kombat. I was like, nigga, how is that possible?
I don't even remember that because I ain't
That
seen that
shit
old one in a
happened.
minute.
Go read. It's on Amazon. Watch that shit right now. I saw it. I was like, let me go back. I was like,
No, but this is
ripping
my one
throats out?
complaint.
Crazy.
This is my one complaint of Roadhouse. When the fuck did this nigga learn how to make a bomb?
Who made a
That nigga
bomb?
just
Hold
knew how to
on.
make a bomb
Is
for no
UFC training?
for fucking the story, dog. Yeah, dog. Just for he just man. I'm like, why? Why, nigga?
I feel like they knew what they were making. It was like they saw the original Roadhouse and was like, nigga, we just have some good ass fun. Like, cause
Fine, that's it.
some of that shit was cheesy. Like, I'm not mad I watched it on Amazon, but I would have paid money for a matinee price to go see it. I ain't saying I was
Facts.
seeing the show over the
And
weekend, but it was fun. Like, I think it would have been live in theaters. Other people going like, yeah, this shit crazy. Nigga, like, yeah, like Roadhouse.
That
Like
was a
Peter
long
said,
ass movie.
I'm Family Guy.
I'm also
It could have been
not
short.
mad when a
First
movie
and
is
longer.
self-aware of what it is too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Like
It's
it's just a good old-fashioned action, suspend your mind on a Friday night, enjoy this shit and shut the fuck up.
mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I mean, going back to the Crow, man, I think it's just outrage culture again.
Mm.
Because I mean, I think it's a fair remake. The last one came out in what, 94, 93 or some shit.
Yeah, man. Fucking 30 years ago.
And I think it's a dope character and a dope IP to rejuvenate if you give it to the right person. Now, granted, it's gonna face backlash because Brandon Lee died in that role. Like that was the movie he
That's the
did
main.
that was about to catapult him into like superstardom because before that he wasn't even that big. He was just known as Bruce Lee's son. But this movie was finna be like that one, and he died, so it was just kind of like
But
it's just all of that is attached to it. So
we've seen that with Joker. Everybody's like, oh man, Heath Ledger, you're not gonna be able to touch Heath Ledger's Joker.
yeah,
You
it's gonna
know?
be one of those. We're
Phoenix
gonna hear
did
nothing but backlash for it until it come out, and it's gonna do amazing, and then people gonna be backtracking
do
because
gangbusters.
people hated Heath Ledger. They was trashing him before the movie came out too.
Oh yeah, they was. Because Jack Nicholson.
So
So I mean you can't win out here in these streets, man.
Yeah.
yeah, but
Here's a good
I think
question.
Bill Skarsgård is dope as fuck though. As
True.
yeah.
What Dre was saying, like, it might have to put that on the next episode or something. Like, ooh, what are some legit like good remakes? Because obviously
Oh
shit's getting
yeah,
remade.
because I
Like,
couldn't think of
nonstop.
it.
Yeah, I was like, Roadhouse popped right at the top of my head. I'm like, anything else right now? I'm usually pretty good, but I'm kind of like fizzling. Like, I got nothing right now. Good remakes? I don't know, but
That is a good question because I would have to think about it.
yeah,
And my quick answer is probably going to be none. I don't think I've seen anything that's better than its original. It might still be okay or decent, but nothing is better than its original that I can think of off the top. Point Break, one of my favorite movies. The remake, fucking terrible.
I don't think I've even finished that joint. I think I was like, I'm gonna get back to this.
Don't worry about it. I mean, you can if you want to, but it's just some shit just still hold up from back then, bro. Heat, fucking Point Break. It's just like when shit is done well, you don't need a remake because the original still holds up.
Nah, yeah, Heat's fire.
Even though I hear they're working on a part 2, but
Mhm. Yeah, Heat's coming
Gladiator.
this year.
oh yeah,
Gladiator.
that too.
Damn, yeah, I'm like, yeah, yeah, we have to revisit that for real. Like, what are some legit good remakes, or we just talk about the remakes that's been good and or bad? Probably more so leaning towards bad, but there's a bunch out
Yeah.
there. Yeah, I can't think of nothing else. It might be a good stopping point. Like, we all drawing blanks on remakes. We covered everything. The
Welcome
Matrix.
to the show.
Yeah, I'm like,
Shit.
uh, if you guys have any good remakes, let us know in the comments section down below. And before we get out of here, I don't know if the fellas have seen it, but on YouTube, we have crossed over with more than 100 subscribers on YouTube. So shout out to
Hey,
everybody that has subscribed to the
Hey,
channel.
milestones, baby.
Yeah,
salute,
we got to
salute.
put some more work in to put out some more content because somebody got off on my section on my YouTube channel. It was like, oh, if you're gonna be on YouTube, be more consistent. I'm like, first of all, motherfucker,
You better
I'm
shut the fuck up.
yeah, I'm like, I used to
But
be
I
consistent. Yeah, I wasn't
appreciate
good.
it.
Yeah, I'm like,
Hey, look, no, no,
moving
no,
side
look.
by side, we appreciate you. Moving
You
Messiah
just
side,
say,
moving Messiah
send
side,
them
and
over
kiss
here,
my
dog.
ass.
Just send them over here, dog. Just be like, hey, go check out Movie Disciples. You know, there's some more content over there. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and you'll see some more content. Peace out.
Facts.
Yeah, like
That's
we got
it.
more content coming soon. There's a uh, we got stuff we're gonna work on to put out for YouTube so you can see us react and hopefully get some jokes off and have a good time with it.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
So for everything that we covered today, let us know in the comment section down below on YouTube. And like I said earlier before, make sure you get that like, share, subscribe, and that follow button on YouTube and wherever you get your podcast, the 5 stars and the follow button as well on that. For myself and the rest of the movie Disciples, we're gonna holler at y'all on the next go round. We out.
Peace.